Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back into my kitchen on my channel that's called Cooking with Carol Diane. I'm Diane. This afternoon, I'm going to make some zucchini bread. Yeah, fresh zucchini bread. If you have a recipe that you like, maybe it's one that's been passed down through your family, make this bread. It's pretty good, really. Mine comes from, yes, my cookbook. If you have my cookbook, Cooking with Carol Diane, it's on page 39 under the, of course, the breads and the rolls. All right, so it's a pretty simple recipe that my mother got many, many years ago from a really, really good friend, and I want to share it now with you. It's been raining all day this morning. I did make a video of showing you how to quick freeze some vegetables, corn, beans, and some beets that I had from the farmer's market, and all of that's great. Now I wanted to make kind of a comfort food, and zucchini bread is, if you like banana nut bread, blueberry bread, there's 1,001 different breads that you can bake, but I kind of like zucchini bread, I really do. So let's begin what we're going to make. Get you a bowl, first of all. Set your oven for 350 degrees. Preheat it and get it going. This will make 2 loaf pan, bread loaf pan sides. So get you your pans on that. Spray them with some cooking spray. I like to take a napkin and just kind of wipe off the excess. I don't want it greasy on the bottom. So that's what I've always done. I just kind of wipe off a little bit of that excess. And those are ready to go now. Okay. Get all this out of the way. So in this recipe, which I will put my book right here so I can see, I haven't made the zucchini bread in so long. It's been quite a little while since I've made it. So take you 3 eggs. These are my cute little farm fresh eggs that I got right down the road. Pretty soon my chickens will hopefully give me some eggs. I sure hope so. So I'm going to take 1. These are small little eggs. I may take 1 more just to make a regular size egg, because these are pretty small. Tiny little pullets probably that lay these eggs. That's what mine are, pullets. Well, they are going on now, 5 months old. And gosh, they're cute little birds. They really are. I like my chickens. All right, that's the first part. Get you a little whisk. Kind of whisk up those eggs so that they're all blended together. Then I want you to add 2 cups of just regular household sugar and blend that up. It's all in there. Yes, you can use a mixer to do this, but lots of times I haven't. And it still blends just fine. Then you're going to need 1 cup of any kind of cooking oil. This is a new bottle of my Crisco. Sometimes the caps want to come off and sometimes they don't. This one doesn't want to this morning, or this afternoon it is. Been so busy. Wonderful day here in Colorado because it cooled down with some rain. Sakes. There we go. Yeah, we had not only a heavy downpour kind of, then we went right into just a soft drizzle. It kind of comes and it goes. Every time I look out my kitchen window, it's like, is it still raining hard? No, it's just kind of a little drizzle out there. Oh gosh, we needed it. I needed it. Cup of oil. that into the mixture. Whisk that around. Now I'm going to add my vanilla extract. You're going to need a teaspoon of whatever you want of your vanilla extract. But you know what? I have brought out today, this is the homemade one that I did clear back in February 12th of my homemade vanilla bean that was in here. And I am going to use that today. Tell you what this smells like. Oh, wow. Okay, you'll need 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting to use this. And August was the date that it was to be ready. Well, we're in August. So I'm really pleased with that. And now I can let it sit and do even more of having my nice homemade vanilla. That was in another video. Go back and watch it. Really. Yeah. All right, that's that part right there. Now we need the main ingredient of this, which is your zucchini. So on the zucchini, you can use a food processor for this if you want. I never have, really. Maybe one time that I can remember on a larger batch, but really I just get out a regular shredder, the big size over here, and I just do it that way. I have just found that it works for me that way, and that's what I like. Yes, you want the outer skin part of the zucchini. That's what makes all those little dark flakes in your bread, and it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It tastes good. Everything's great. Wash your zucchini really well. Do wash it. And you will need, for the zucchini, just a minute. I had it just a minute ago. I think it is 2 cups. 2 cups of zucchini. So see, now it looks like that on the board. Oh, I really like this recipe. I hear my rooster, my Chester, in the background because it stopped raining a little bit. So he's going to tell the world now. Okay, I'm here. Chester is here. He's such a fun bird. I went and bought a stool, a little small, like a little step stool, but lower than that. I'll show it to you here in a minute. And I painted a chicken on that. And that's for me to go out in my chicken coop and sit and bond with Chester. Yeah. So that he gets to know me very well. Because I think this was the stigma with a lot of people that they don't like to have roosters, and I included, of not sure that I wanted a rooster at the beginning because some of them get so mean, they attack you. Why? Because they're protecting the hens. They really are. Okay, so let's see how much this made here. Doing pretty good. Cut off that little end because I want to use the rest of the good stuff here. So yeah. It's really loud out there. It's really quite loud. I don't know what his problem is. Maybe he smells what I've been doing in my kitchen. I don't know. I never thought I'd be a chicken lady. Yeah, no idea. Or this late stage that I have chickens, but I do. I wanted them for the eggs, the fresh eggs. And I'm hoping by October they start to give me that. Okay, so here is that part of it. of the zucchini, all nice and grated, ready to go. Get that out of my way. It's just a good day today to get some things either, like this baked. Turn your oven on a nice day like this. Get things baked. Take the whisk out. I'm going to go ahead and put the zucchini in. This is kind of a no-fail recipe. There's no real rhyme or reason to the order of it. Put your zucchini in there. Stir that around. Yep. It's going to look like that. Okay. Now next you will need 3 cups of all-purpose flour, which I have right here. 3 cups of it. Into this of the dry, which I'll just start with that instead of pouring it into this. So into the dry mixture, take a half a teaspoon of baking powder. That makes it rise. Half a teaspoon of that. And then you're going to need 1 teaspoon of salt. And then you'll need 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Pretty simple recipe, huh? A teaspoon of that. Whisk this kind of around, just kind of stir it and make sure that your salt is in there pretty good. Not all over the counter. What I like to do. Make a mess in your kitchen, why not? It's your kitchen. Yeah. And then I'm going to grab one more cutting board right quick. Should have brought that out. Just one here. Because we can pour this in already and get it out of the way. That in there. And then this is optional if you want to have walnuts, some nuts in your bread. There's people that like nuts in their bread. There's people that don't. I do. And this is another. The walnuts a half a cup, so let's just go with about maybe that many. Take your knife and just kind of chop them up into little pieces. Again, if you want to do it in a small little food processor of some sort, you certainly can do that. If you have them already that they're chopped up in a little bag, that's great. I buy my walnuts at Sam's Club, and it comes in a big bag. So I like to take it out of that big bag and put them in nice sealed jars. So I always have, a bag ready. And then whatever's left over out of the bag that doesn't fit in the jar, it usually goes in a Ziploc bag. And then I put that in my refrigerator so that I always, in one of the vegetable bins, so that I always have some nice fresh walnuts. And this is, to your size too. If you like them bigger, put them bigger in there. But I'm going to set that in there. How simple is this recipe? Pretty simple, huh? Pretty simple. Stir it all around. Make sure everything is in there good. Good. And then you're going to fill it in those nice loaf pans. So 350 on your oven. Let's get this other one here. Get it off that spoon part. I can smell my vanilla, and I can smell that cinnamon. I really can. And because my zucchini is very fresh from the farm market, it's got a lot more moisture to it than one just in a store. It just does. I have bought quite a few things this summer at the farm market. My friend Sharon George of Fall Fruit, it's her last weekend coming up, this last weekend, for her stand of all her things. She did post that her cantaloupe, she had some more of it left, and to come get that. And she roasts those nice peppers. And I have bought those peppers from her before. Just want to make sure I get all that flour on the bottom here. Looks pretty good. Okay. Let's try to get this evenly into the bowl, or the pans. Do one. Do the other one. Come back and give the other one just a little bit more. Make sure you get all of it off your, whatever you're using, your rubber spatula is what I'm using. Because you want all that good stuff in there. Okay, pop it in your oven for 1 hour in both of these. And when that gets done, I'll come back on and show you what it looks like after I've cleaned up the deck here and show you my wonderful zucchini bread. I'll be right back. Well, one loaf zucchini bread is out of the oven. This is what it looks like right here. The other one's being a little stubborn. What do I mean by that? When I put the cake toaster in there, right down in the middle, just needs to go just about, I'm giving it 10 more minutes. I really am. But this one is done and ready. So this is going to be a treat for me today. Having a, I don't know, either a hot cup of coffee on a cool day, or maybe my tea, whatever I want, and enjoying this. When I make anything in these particular vintage Pyrex loaf pans, I have the little lid that goes with it, that goes on just like that. So when it's all cooled down, I don't have to take it out and put it in a Ziploc bag or, you know, with saran wrap or anything. I just put the lid on it. It's great, really, they are. I wanted to show you my little stool that I got the other day and brought it home, cleaned it all up, and painted a chicken on it for me to sit in my coop next to Chester, the rooster, and bond with him. This is a little stool right here, and that's what I painted on it. You can see that. Yeah. So I can go in the coop now and sit down and just get on their level, the birds, all of them. And one of mine of, let's see, which one is it? It's the darker one, Emmy, that little Emmy, that has the beautiful emerald green feathers that you really can't see unless it's in the sun, you know, that it's shining down on the feathers. Gorgeous, gorgeous bird. That one comes over to me. Mabel of my gold hen comes over to me, and I want to get them where they're going to eat, you know, the scratch right out of my hand. I really do, and especially Chester. I really do. So these are my fun projects this last week. This was one of them. Of course, finding this cute little guy right here was another real fun idea. I just walk by and press the button all the time. Yeah. Anything to make me laugh or smile. Really. I hope you've enjoyed my video today of showing a simple recipe, really, of the zucchini bread. Use fresh ingredients. I know this is going to taste good really, I have to wait for it to cool down just a little bit before I take a slice of it, put some nice fresh butter on it, and enjoy. But I know it'll taste good because why? The zucchini is fresh right out of the field, also farm fresh, and my vanilla extract that I made several months ago, 6 months ago, that has now, set in all of its juices and everything. And I think this is going to be very, very tasty. I really do. This is from my kitchen back to yours. I hope you have a wonderful day, wonderful rest of your week. Catch me anytime on Cooking with Carol Diane. I've made a ton of videos. Just click around on them, really. Catch me on Tea Time, or one person wrote in a comment on Tea Time because of this chicken thing. Then I need to have a whole new channel called Chicken Talk. I don't know if I will do that. How much can you talk about chickens? Well, maybe there is a lot of things. I don't know. I went to a yard sale over the weekend after getting a couple things from Sharon, that she always is so nice and gives me a box or a sack or something of her leftovers for my chickens. And we left there and I saw this yard sale sign, and I haven't been to one in a long time. And I love the ones that you pull up and it's the end of the day and everything is free. Yeah, everything's free. I really did make off with a few things from her sale. I really did. And I was getting a big kick out of her because nice metal trays that I'm going to use to take my food out to the chicken coop that have little handles on them. I picked that up right now. There was an plastic egg carton with the top on a plastic that for deviled eggs. She says you got to have that if you've got chickens. Yeah, I do. Different things like that. I told her I was on the hunt because she lived out. I said you wouldn't happen to have a smaller round tractor tire, would you? I want a medium to small tractor tire, the kind that has the real design on the outside of the tread part of the tractor tire. I want to paint that a whimsical color, put it in the chicken coop and fill it with the dirt or the sand, and that's their dust bath for my chickens. So I'm on the hunt for that. But funny little things that I find along the way, really, and that stool is one of them too, that I was just on the hunt and there it was, and I thought, okay, now I'll bring that up. I did find a little chest, wooden chest. I raised the top up to it. I painted it all pretty red, and I have 3 plastic buckets in there, and that's for the chickens' food too, so I don't have to always go in the coop up on that big cupboard where I have all their food. It's going to be stored down there. Nothing can get to that either. The containers are real sealed tight, and it'll be okay, and I can just go over there. I can sit on that one too if I want to. Those are my days, folks, of taking care of the chickens. In between meeting some very nice people along the way. Even the lady at the yard sale was just so nice, really, just a really nice gal, and we hit it right off, and of like-minded people. I just seem to be running into them everywhere I go. And I do appreciate that at my age, I do. So for now, timer went off. I'm going to check my other loaf on the zucchini bread and pull it out of the oven. Go make this recipe. I think you'll like it. I'll catch you next time on Cooking with Carol Diane. Bye-bye.